Hi everyone, welcome back to day 10 of my 30-day balance guide. This is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about movement and exercise in the form of HIIT training and resistance training. HIIT training, HIIT, stands for high intensity interval training, which is something that you probably do all the time, you just don't call it that, but it's essentially spurts of energy, high intensity, giving it your all, really an intense workout, and then recovery after that. So usually it's a shorter amount of time. Maybe it's something that you're doing repetitively to get your heart rate up, squats, lunges, running, and then mixed with recovery time, either resting or walking. Tennis is a really good example of a sport that's a HIIT sport, high intensity interval training. When the ball is in play, you're going after the ball, you're running at the ball, you're on your toes, and then in between points, you're recovering, you're walking, you're getting ready for the next point. Today I got a chance to help my son during his soccer practice. Yes, we're still doing soccer. There's 70 kids on a Zoom call doing soccer, so I was feeding him the ball so that he could do his drills, and I noticed that his entire workout was high intensity interval training. So they would do a 2-minute drill and then have 1 minute to rest. Do a 2-minute drill, have 1 minute to rest, and then go 3 minutes harder than they did before, and then rest again. So it was really interesting. Clearly, this is all about your heart and your cardiovascular health. So, getting your heart rate up is what the goal is. And knowing what your target heart rate is can be really helpful too. So if you don't know how to do that, you can, and I'll put the website below, there's the American Heart Association has a really good graph that you can go to, and it's a chart and you can find it out. But essentially, the first thing you want to do is know what your resting heart rate is. And your resting heart rate you want to take first thing in the morning when you get up, maybe while you're still in bed, and just go ahead and use your wrist as your pulse, and you take the 2 middle fingers here right underneath your thumb at your wrist, and you want to get how many heartbeats you have in 60 seconds. So you can do 60 seconds, or you can count the heartbeats in 30 seconds and times it times 2. The normal range is usually anywhere between 60 beats to 100 beats. And your target heart rate is going to be 220 minus your age. So for example, let's say you're 40, and you would take 220 minus 40, and then you get to 180. And that would be your maximum heart rate that you would want to get to. The range, like if you want to, everybody's different. You can start out at, your goal being, at 50% of that maximum or 70%. And you can kind of do the math and figure that out. But for my example, 70% of the 180 would be 126, and that would be your max, or your target heart rate. So knowing that is good because you want to put some stress on your body. This is good stress, your body and your cells. Take some of that oxygen out, and really it's a workout for your cell and in your bodies during this kind of high intensity time. So getting your heart rate up is important. Of course, you can do it DIY and just pay attention and go really hard when you're running or whatever you're doing, your squats, your lunges, and see if you are feeling like your heartbeat is going faster. And then also you could just feel if you're out of breath, or if you're just warming up a lot, that means your heart rate is going up as well. So all of those are good signs and things that you want to do when you're doing high intensity interval training. The other workout that I wanted to mention today was the strength training side. So resistance training, strength training, it's not just about lifting weights and using resistance bands. You're using your own body weight potentially, and then also things like yoga are for strength training as well. And of course, you're building muscle and tone, but it's also a great anti-aging tool. And you feel stronger, better posture, all of that when you're doing strength training. And the great thing about HIIT workouts and strength training is any fitness level, you can do this. You just adapt it, and you can do it from anywhere. You can do it from home. You can do it out in your backyard. All you need are, even hand weights, or maybe even, a heavy book instead, or maybe a gallon of water. Or if you have a toddler around, they're a great substitute for a kettlebell. But really, paying attention to your daily life and what you're picking up and putting down, all that is really helping with your strength training. So I believe that, and there's a lot of science around it too, that HIIT training and resistance training is a very efficient way of working out. You really only need 20 or 30 minutes, maybe 4 times a week, and you can really feel the benefits. You'll feel stronger and more toned, and your heart will get that workout that it needs. I love to do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, and mix it up with strength training, or with maybe on the weekends. I like the Saturday, Sunday because I can go for a hike or play tennis or a bike ride, whatever that looks like. I can mix it up that way. So let me know, make some comments below. Let me know what you think about HIIT training, and if you're doing any of this on your own, and if you've had other success. And I'm also going to try and add a bonus video this time, something that I did back in 2018 in September when I was leading a 2-week class for some women. And it's really it's a really great 5-minute morning stretch. There's just 5 different stretches, takes 5 minutes. Any of you that are having a hard time getting back into a exercise workout routine during quarantine, this might be a great place for you to start. So check it out, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks.